Welcome guys to another YouTube video on my YouTube channel. Today we're here for my debut race at PSGL F1 at Japan. I was really looking forward to this race as it was my second race with the most of the esports drivers, because I've done one race before in WR Tier 1 at Qatar where we unfortunately slightly finished out of the points. So yeah, I finished last time in qualifying as I didn't prepare a lot, but I prepared quite a bit for this race. So yeah, I was kind of excited and looking forward where I would finish after this qualifying. And yeah, now we are already in my first Q1 lap here at Japan, going into the second sector, trying to get the power down. And yeah, the ERS deployment was kinda tricky here. We just slightly changed it just one session before the qualifying session, so it was quite difficult to adjust to it, but in the end yeah, didn't make much of a difference. Now we're already going into the last two corners of the first Q1 lap, a decent lap, not very fast, but yeah, as you can see, Tamash doing a 7.7 and I've done a 8.7, so not ideal at all. At this point, we were unsure if the lap was enough for Q2, so we had to go out once again. And yeah, now going into the first two corners, get the car nicely rotated there. Now going into the S section, probably the trickiest section on this track, as the curbs are deadly here. If you touch them too much, you're gonna spin. If you don't touch them, you're gonna lose slightly a bit of time because of not rotating the car well. But as you can see, I'm currently half 10th up on my time, so quite a decent first sector actually. Now going into medium ERS. Actually at this right hand I turned in a little bit too early, so I had to correct it, and yeah, turned in quite late then, and here missed the apex, which lost quite a lot of time. As you can see, we are now quite only like 200s up on our lap time. Now going into deck spoon, I think it actually is. So yeah, 5th gear, trying to rotate the car with shifting down to 4th and then short shift to 5th again. Now using ERS all the way the back straight with a 10 free split, so not bad at all. The game shows us that we have a purple middle sector. I don't know if that was true. Now we're just trying to finish the lap with a decent two corners. Actually I missed the apex of the left one, which as you can see lost us so much time.
What did I do in the last corner?
Huh? P11?
I can't believe it.
Wait,
Oh, look how safe I was.
what the fuck? My last corner, man, I lost like a 10th, more than a 10th, but I gained so many positions. Yeah, and as you can see, I was fairly surprised by only improving by like 300s and still loads of positions. So yeah, I was very happy going into Q2. And yeah, now we're already on my first Q2 lap. Unfortunately, we couldn't save one tire for Q3 basically, but yeah, now we're going into the S section. Left, right was quite a good corner actually, with shifting down into 4th and then short shift into 5th. My microphone was kind of struggling there. Now finishing the first sector with a 5 flat first split. Now trying to get the traction done, going into the hairpin. Brake as late as possible and then get the car rotated better than in the last Q1 lap before. And yeah, now we are close to entering spoon curve. Shifting down to 5th gear and trying to rotate the car now. Again, downshifting into 4th and then into 5th. Yeah, now finishing the lap, as the bumps on this track were crazy. Like sometimes it was if you get unlucky, you just lose up to a 10th and on a lap without even doing something wrong basically. But yeah, now we finished the lap with a decent last two corners. And yeah, this is basically our banker lap with a 26.6. Was quite decent, even though there was still quite some time to improve. But as you can see now, I didn't change the ERS or something, and I was 300s up out of nowhere. So it was basically just a lottery. Fortunately we missed the apex there quite a bit, but still gained time to my lap. Now using the curbs to rotate the car. And yeah, getting the apex of all of the corners quite nicely. Already more than a 10th up. 1.3 tenths. So yeah, now switching to medium ERS, put the brake bias 1 up, and now rotating the car nicely through Degner 2. And now going into the hairpin, kinda like turned in quite aggressively just to stabilize the car for me. I don't know, that's just my driving style. It always has been like that. So yeah, now entering spoon curve. At this point I really had to make sure to keep the delta in the minus basically, and to still improve, as some others were in quite good improvements as well. But the lap so far is looking quite good with the 1-4 split. As you can see, more than a 10 faster than Brandon in this split. Now entering the last 2 corners, preparing everything for the exit, even though it wasn't that good. So we actually only improved 700s. But I already knew that this should be enough for Q3.
Let's go!
So yeah, I was very happy with that. And Joris, the one I was with in the call with, already managed to get through to Q3. And yeah, with Thomas in P1. And yeah, Brandon just barely going into Q3. So very nice job. And now we entering already my final lap of Q3, as I only had 1 fresh tire. Now trying to get the good lap together, even though I already missed the apex here as well. And on the right, yeah, touch the curb. As I said before, if you touch too much curb, you will spin. And it's just such a small margin, and I didn't expect much from Q3 anyways. I was just happy to get into it. And yeah, even though I think like the pace could have been enough for more, but yeah, now entering the hairpin, actually quite decent. Just a little bit of a slide on the exit, which wasn't ideal. And now I was just trying to get the rest out of the tire in the last part of the lap. Spoon was fine. Already also get the car rotated quite nicely there, but going a little bit too wide there, which definitely lost me up to 1 or 200s. And yeah, now again with a 10-2 split isn't ideal at all, as I was even faster in Q2. So yeah, now just trying to get the decent last corner. Getting quite up a bump on the entry of the last chicane. And now just finishing the lap with a 26.5.
Overcooked it in the first.
Yeah, as I said, I overcooked it in the first. So yeah, not an ideal lap. Joris in the P3. I think like our pace could have been enough for like at least top 5 as well, but yeah, we don't need to overdo it. So yeah, still happy with the qualifying, and now we head into the race, starting on medium with Isvan Puki as well on the mediums. Getting quite a good launch from the start. Jarno on the hard, so I knew it would be crucial to try to get an overtake done on him. Already trying to prepare the next straight, and now we actually go around the outside of Jarno. I didn't expect that this was possible, but yeah, I just had the tire advantage at this point, and Jarno also didn't fight it too hard as we had the tire advantage. So yeah, now I just wanted to make sure to maybe get ahead of Isvan, as we are basically on the same tire, and that's basically our net race position then. So yeah, already on quite high ERS, and now the hairpin, a good overtaking opportunity. I actually try to go around the outside, and we get the move done first, but then I don't know, like Eastern kind tire hooked, and then I had to go on the bumps on the right, and you can see I had slipstream, I had everything, but I still lost time to him on the straights. And now he just kept on touching me on
what
the
is this guy doing,
entry of Spoon, which now loses me the position to him, and also I had to use a lot of ERS as Jarno was pushing from behind. Probably used a little bit too much at this point.
Yeah, come on.
Yeah, I was kind of upset because I felt like this was very unfortunate. I now had to send it basically not to lose out too much, but now yeah, I had to stay behind this one, and now it lose all of the momentum on the start finish straight. Have no ERS
There's
left.
9 medium runners, 11 hard runners.
Yeah.
And now Lucas is actually going down the inside as well. I probably should have defended there, but yeah, very unfortunate, losing 4 positions on one straight. Yeah, now it was all about regaining ERS, trying to still stick with them, not lose my head, and try to come back, as I knew the pace should be good, and I'll try to actually go around the outside of Lucas, but this was just a way too optimistic move from my side, as Xander now actually tries to overtake me but doesn't get the overtake done. And now, yeah, non-ERS trying to regain as much as possible. I knew that I will still have the tire advantage, so I actually try to go around the outside of Lucas. They are braking super late and also get quite a good traction, so this was a very good overtake. That's how it should have looked like with Istvan as well, but yeah, he had the same tire, so yeah. Now, with a purple first sector on lap 4, I felt like the pace was actually going pretty well. I felt like I had better pace than Tamas, and not just trying to actually overtake Tamas around the outside there, but he's just pushing us on the grass a little bit,
What's
which
his ERS?
loses us the traction basically. And yeah, Tamas now actually is moving to the left and right. I guess he didn't want me to overtake, but my engineer told me at this point that he had like around 30% DRS. So I just knew if I don't go for the move now, it would be stupid, as I had so much battery. So I was trying to push him a little bit into Josh at this point, maybe make him use some more ERS. Now just try to prepare everything for the straight. The good exit is crucial here. And now I'm using quite a lot. He's already blinking, so he's regaining ERS. And he's actually pushing us quite far to the right side of the track. But I didn't care too much about that. Just now try to focus and overtake Josh. As you can see, the pace was actually quite there. We could stick with Josh regaining ERS. And then we actually get quite close to him in Spoon. So yeah, Josh has quite a moment here. And now I'm using a lot of ERS to kind of push him into Jano. And make him use some ERS as well, as I did with Tamas before. And yeah, now going into the last corner. As you can see, the whole grid is still quite close together, as we are in lap 6 now, entering lap 7.
Than Josh.
And now I was using quite a little ERS, and I guess Josh just gave up, as he didn't want to spend too much ERS defending. And yeah, now we are back in P9, even though I think like we could have been way further ahead. But yeah, just unfortunate with the situation, as we now hop to lap 8. Straight behind Jano. I was pushing quite a lot at this point, as I knew that in the next few laps all of the medium runners are gonna pit. So it was crucial to make some moves now, even though the medium got worse and worse, and at this point the hard was already better. So yeah, it was Lucas behind us now. Jano is trying to go for a move on Ruben, but he actually loses the cast kind of bit, and I didn't know where to go, as I wanted to overtake Ruben, but also
Ruben's ERS.
Didn't want to make anything stupid, as I asked my engineer now for the ERS, and it was quite crucial at this point. And yeah, Lucas behind us now. I knew that he will overtake me sooner or later anyway, because of the tire advantage if I don't pit. As we're basically pushing Ruben now through the corner, as he had quite a snap there, and now with Lucas using a lot of ERS, I just gave up there. And now I knew I had to make sure to get the good exit to kind of try and move on Ruben. Now focusing on the exit, preparing everything nicely. Now sticking with Lucas, as I knew he would use some ERS to get ahead. He actually gives Ruben a slipstream, but yeah, it was still fine. We get the move done. Now already overtook some guys on the medium, which I was actually quite proud, because yeah, the pace was looking quite good. And now we're just trying to regain ERS again.
Should we box or stay at one more?
Skipping to lap 12, and actually we can see that we are the last one who is still out on mediums, as some guys already pitted. So yeah, we would have an entire advantage for the rest of the race, that's for sure. Now just trying not to get the speeding penalty here. And yeah, I was quite confident with the strategy, as we now will have the tire advantage, and we still shouldn't be that far behind the others. So yeah, now boxing onto the hard tire. Kind of good pit stop, just messed up the starting from the position, but yeah, it was fine. And now actually I also didn't find the button for the pit release, which actually I think cost us the position on Tamash, which isn't ideal at all, but I mean I still had to warm up my tires, so it wasn't that deep. Now with cold tires, the first lap I knew it's gonna be tricky, but I just needed to make sure to stay close to Tamash. And yeah.
How much ERS does Thomas have?
Yeah, as you can hear, I'm asking how much ERS Tamash does have, and yeah,
How
he
much
had,
younger tires do I have compared to Isvan and Ruben?
yeah, Tamash had was quite low in ERS, so I knew I'm just gonna go for the move. Actually, now driving the fastest lap on lap 15. As you can see, Lucas exiting the pit lane straight behind us, so he has done an incredible early pit stop compared to the others actually. So yeah, he's gonna be the one who will catch us the first, as he basically is already behind us, as we're kind of getting stuck here behind Ruben. So I actually wanted to try maybe to go for a move here, but it just would have been too risky. And now I knew, yeah, it was just a matter of time when Lucas overtakes us.
Fishing!
Julian, do not make it easy for Blakely, please.
Yeah, as my engineer now tells me not
Yeah,
to make
he's
it
just
easy for
sending
Blakely, just to kinda
I
help
mean, it's good
Joris
for
at
me
the
if he
front, but
overtakes.
for me just would
Yeah, it's
have
probably
not
true.
made any sense to fight against
Should've
Blakely at this
double-checked it.
point. Would just have been stupid time loss. And yeah, now Lucas is going for moving Ruben. Ruben actually makes it quite clever and just already sticks behind him to get a decent exit. But I'm
Okay.
using quite a lot of
Do not
ERS
go
here,
Ruben's ERS now.
and I knew
Yeah.
that I probably have better pace than Ruben at this point. So yeah, I actually just used quite a lot of ERS and tried to stick it in the inside, and then just went absolutely send it, and yeah, actually get the move done. I was kind of surprised that this worked. Fair play to Ruben for leaving me some room there. And yeah, now it was all about regaining ERS again, with Josh ahead of me now. As we skip on lap 17, I actually wanted
Oh
to
my
go
god, this was
around
so
the
lost for
outside.
me.
Yeah, but as you
Fuck,
can,
why am I so nah?
yeah, as you can see, I was kind of sad as I thought like the pace was very
Where's he
good at this
going, man?
point.
Their pace is literally, yeah,
Yeah, and
it's
I
crazy.
yeah, like I was kind of like it was crazy that they
Julian,
still
if you wanna be a
managed to
mega
keep
medium,
up with
you
them,
want?
even
Start medium.
because of the wing damage, as we had 40% wing damage. As we now skip to the end of lap 18, Josh tries to overtake us, but doesn't get the move done first, and now just Brandon behind us, the medium runners, boxing in the last few laps now. Thomas pitting as well behind us now. So yeah, just a very unfortunate situation all in all, as we get front wing damage, as I think like the pace would have been enough for way more. Now Jano overtaking us into the hairpin. No need to defend, as I kind of touched the grass on the outside, which made me lose the car. But it was fine. And yeah, just now skipping already to lap 25, as Josh is overtaking Joris. Joris kind of lost the DRS train to the guys ahead. So yeah, quite unlucky for him. But yeah, now I knew that I still managed to stick with Joris and Josh, even though I had wing damage. So yeah, now I was trying to prepare myself as good as possible for the last 1.5 laps. As Alvaro actually wants to go for a move, and I'm going down the inside on Josh, trying to accelerate mid corner so Josh can't stay around the outside. They kind of have a contact behind us. And as we can see, Thomas had an incident ahead of us, and he now,
Oh no, no way.
yeah, he now gives Joris basically the DRS for the final straight start-finish straight. So not ideal at all. That was also because I was kind of mad at this point, but it was all fine. Now trying to regain ERS, somehow stick with it, even though like I couldn't quite get the car around the corners here. Trying to use the curbs. I put the diff down
What's yours is ERS?
for more rotation. Usually we are like 100,
About
but now
60.
I was on like 75 at this point. So yeah, was trying to somehow get the car rotated. Joris on quite a lot of ERS at this point, so I knew I just tried to save probably. And now they're actually starting to fight. So yeah, Thomas around the outside for sure. He wants to get the move done, as it will be important for his championship. Yeah, now I just
What's,
wanted to
Thomas's ERS? ERS?
finish the race in a good position. Trying to rotate the car with the inside curb there. as you can
Thomas,
see,
26% battery.
the
Do
car
not
kinda-
crash.
the car kind of wants to understeer. But now we actually hear that Thomas has got is low on battery, and I still have loads of battery. So yeah, Joris is deciding to go down the inside, and I now have free space on the outside, and we try to go around the outside of Thomas, which wasn't possible unfortunately, but I still get the move done on Joris, and now finishing my first PSGL F1 race in
With
8th
wing
position.
damage,
So
how?
very happy about the result. Unfortunate about the
How?
wing damage, but that's definitely something
go.
I will learn from. And yeah, can't wait to be back on the grid again, as it was very fun. I enjoyed my first race here a lot, and yeah, I hope you guys enjoyed my video. Make sure to like and subscribe, and yeah, hopefully see you at the next one.